Joe here. Before we get going, a buddy of mine told me that this was really plain behind me and I needed something on the wall. Think that's what he meant? Sorry, that one's been bouncing around for a little while. Thanks for checking out this video. My name is Joe, this is the Jiminy Show, and in today's video we're actually going to talk about something in a little bit of a serious way. Before we get going, obviously, check out other videos. If you don't like firearm videos, there's probably 750 videos on this channel about video games and tech and all that good stuff. So feel free to check any of those out if you really prefer to watch something else. Otherwise, thanks for checking it out. Get subscribed. There's like 150 to 200 videos just on firearms. So hopefully I'm catering to everybody. What we're going to talk about today is something that's been in the media for a while. And I want to talk about what it is specifically, and also some of the fear-mongering that's gone on in the background, especially here on social media. Not just YouTube specifically, but mostly in the realm of what are called gun tubers, folks that make their living specifically just making videos about firearms. I'm a content creator despite having over 900 videos. I don't make a living at this. If I did, I'd be making a crappy living. This gun was built by Liberty Arms. Daniel down there, he's a good buddy of mine. I help out there once or twice a month when somebody needs a day off. And, well, it's a good place to go if you need some stuff. Give them a call, Liberty Arms, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Google them, all that good stuff, because I can't link them in the description. So check them out, tell them I sent you and that you're looking for something. They do some Glock armor smithing as well as some AR stuff, such as this guy. This is my new 5.56 pistol. This is a Palmetto State Armory lower, a Midwest Industries quad rail. I'm not sure who makes the upper. I think this was also Palmetto. I believe it was all Palmetto. It has a Vortex, excuse me, I keep on trying to say a different name, a Spark AR Gen 1 on it. Has flip-up iron sights because you should always have backup sights. It has a hand stop because it's a 10.5-inch pistol. Yeah, that's a pistol, and that's part of what I wanted to talk about today. Yes, this one does use detachable box mags. This is a magazine, and it uses 5.56 or 223. In this case, it has 5.56 green tip because Daddy doesn't mess around. It also has a brace on the back. This is an SBA, or excuse me, SB Tactical SBA 4. This is an adjustable one. As you can see, I believe it's the 4, it might be the 3, but it is an adjustable arm brace, which allows me to have a greater length of pull, which also allows me to have a longer sight radius if I'm using the irons, or a better eye relief when I'm using the optic. However, the ATF is proposing a new ban on these. They're saying that a brace makes an AR pistol more lethal, even though that does nothing to increase the rate of fire, nor does it do much in the way of accuracy. Now, I know some of you are about to go into the comments. Listen before you type. This can aid with accuracy if you're shouldering it. However, in the AR platform, which is a extremely popular and not going away anytime soon platform, it has a buffer tube in here. If somebody really wants to put their cheek down and hold it like this to get more accuracy, they're gonna do it. So no, I don't believe this aids in the lethality of this firearm. That being said, the ATF is proposing a ban on them. I believe that until September 30th, don't quote me, somebody help me down in the comments, that they are still allowing comments from the public about whether or not they need to make this a ban. Why this is a little bit irritating is because in 2015, I believe it was Sig Sauer and SB Tactical went after the ATF, basically put them to task to say whether or not we could use these in a shouldered method. And in 2015, they relented because this and this does not fundamentally change the firearm. They said that in their ruling. A brace does not fundamentally change the firearm. Shouldering this gun does not fundamentally change the design of this firearm. The ATF said that. Not me, they did. That being said, they're now saying it makes it more lethal and they want to have a ban on it. Now, they got rid of bump stocks because That allowed a gun to fire faster in certain cases. Some people are faster than bump stocks. Jerry Miculek can outgun a bump stock. He tried firing one and he actually couldn't get the rhythm because he was faster than the gun. So a bump stock in and of itself doesn't really increase the lethality of the firearm because you have to know how to use one. But after all the back and forth with the ATF for them to finally say that this does not change the functionality or is not a modification to the pistol, and now to 5 years later go after it is a little bit egregious. So please go to the ATF's website, comment on the bill. I believe it's the ATF website. I'll have it in the descriptions. I just have to look it up. And leave a polite, well-worded comment saying that you don't believe these should be banned because, number one, they do help people with disabilities, and number two, according to the ATF's own statement, it does not change the overall design of the pistol. Now for the second thing I said we were going to talk about, and that is fear-mongering. Fear-mongering is when somebody overstates the importance of a proposal, a statement, a ban in this case. And it happened with the bump stocks. And I know why it was done, because it gets views. And most of those headlines are, owning this will make you a felon overnight. Are you a felon? You might have become one overnight. Owning this will make you a felon. I've seen tons of those clickbaity screens and titles on YouTube. And again, people make their living doing it. CNN does it, Fox News does it, everybody does it. Clickbait is out there, and I probably did it too. I'm pretty sure I put a big picture of me going, am I supposed to own this? By the way, that was me making the thumbnail for this video. But that is what is called fear-mongering. Because the actual fact of the matter is, with the bump stocks, after it was passed and bump stocks were made illegal, the US public had 180 days, 6 months, to either destroy their bump stocks or take them and turn them in and have them destroyed. Bump stocks, braces, things that can be added without having to register the part are harder to enforce. So they typically give 180 days to try to get people to voluntarily do it. So after 180 days, if the decision hasn't been overturned, and it's been upheld, and it becomes passed into law, after that point, somebody has to catch you with this item. There is no registration if you're going to violate the law. They don't say, well, if you're not going to turn it in, could you at least fill out this little piece of paper so we know that you have it, just in case you go to the range, we can follow you and arrest you? No, somebody has to actively see you with a prohibited item, be that if you still own a bump stock that was supposed to go down with the boat, or if you have a 30-round mag in California or a 30-round mag in Colorado, which, by the way, should be the subject of another video, but we'll come back to that. So, yeah, no, you don't become a felon overnight. You do become quite in trouble if you're in an area that is enacting the law that was put into place. Now, 98 out of the 104 counties, I believe it was 98, are what are called 2A sanctuaries, Second Amendment sanctuaries. What that means in Virginia is we elected as cities and counties that if a law was passed, because they were originally trying to ban ARs, period, that they would not enforce the law in those counties. Now, Loudoun County, I believe where Richmond is, and a few other counties where all the money in the state is, so those 6 basically got a bunch of laws passed. They would say that if you crossed into their counties with this prohibited item, if it was prohibited, they would enforce the law. But in the other 98 counties, if they saw this, they'd go, look at that, a bird, and let you go about your business. Me, as a private citizen who has no Class 3 firearms or suppressors or SBRs or anything registered in my name that would allow the ATF to just come into my property and search it, I don't have to worry. If these become illegal and I just take it off and run a buffer tube, what I do with this? So no, that doesn't mean that you become a felon just because you own a prohibited item. It means that within that 180 days, you're going to have to decide what you're going to do with it. Are you going to turn it in? Are you going to keep it? Are you going to take it out with you fishing and use it as your boat anchor? The Jiminy Show, by the way, does not condone nor endorse circumventing federal laws. That's my 2 cents on it. Let me know what you guys think. I don't like to get serious, mainly because I'm not good at it. I'm great at being an a-hole, and I'm great at being frustrated, but I'm not good at being serious. I don't like doing it. So after this one, we'll go back to our regularly scheduled whatever we do here. I believe it's more air gun stuff, or possibly auction stuff, or maybe even a 386 computer, because I got all that. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this whole brace ban that they're proposing and what you plan to do. Obviously, don't leave personal information saying what you're going to do, but I'd be interested in hearing what you guys think. So comment. Don't forget to like, share this video so that your friends understand they don't become felons instantly, and come back for more videos. So that's about it. Get out of here. I'm just going to stare at my little something on the wall. And as always, I'll talk to you later. That really is something.